Hey, what is up guys, it is me Flavio here, back with another Mafia City video. In this video, I'm going to be giving you a few tips for the medicine battle. So, let's get started. The medicine battle is an event where players from the same clan get to team up with each other to destroy the enemy territory. There are 4 levels to this event and each level has its own requirement. To do level 1, you need to be mansion 16. For level 2, you need to be 22. To do level 3, you need to be mansion 26, and for level 4, you need a level 30 mansion. This event happens a few times every year, and players get to participate in this event for a maximum of 10 times per day. However, you only get rewards for the first win of each day for each level. There are a few requirements for entering the battle. You need at least 2 players on your team, your crime ops cannot be outside your turf, there shouldn't be any enemy marches coming towards your turf should not be on fire, and your hospitals need to be empty. During the battle, all the crew members that you lose will be sent to the hospital. You'll only need speed ups to heal them if you choose to heal them during the battle, and once you exit the battle, all your crews will be healed for free. The players that do not join the battle or that are forcefully kicked out because of being defeated will not receive any rewards. Also, the battle will end automatically in 3 minutes if nobody joins the battle. During this event, you can only get into the rankings by finishing stage 4. This stage gives you 10,000 points for destroying the mercenary base, another 10,000 points for destroying the barricade, and 13,500 points for destroying the territory. So the maximum score you can get in this event is 33,500. However, you'll also lose points for taking too much time during this event. After the first 30 seconds of the battle, you start losing 12 points for every extra second you take to finish the battle. So for example, if it takes me 9 minutes and 9 seconds or 549 seconds to finish stage 4, then I lose 519 times 12 points or 6,228 points at the end of the battle. So now that we know how to score points, let's talk about the various buildings in this event. There is the territory, which is the strongest and the most important building in the battle. The aim of the whole battle is to destroy the territory, and the battle ends once the territory is destroyed. However, the territory only gives you 13,500 points in stage 4, so it's never a good idea to directly destroy the territory if you're doing stage 4. However, if you're doing stage 1 and 2, you can ignore all the other buildings and go directly for the territory, as this building is very weak in stages 1 and 2. Also, it doesn't really matter how many points you score in those stages since you get the same rewards regardless of your score, so you can ignore the mercenary base and the barricade. The next building is the barricade. This building is like a shield that protects your territory from taking damage. Once the barricade is destroyed, the territory will take a lot more damage from your attacks. The barricade also spawns troops regularly to attack your base. It's always recommended that you destroy the barricade before destroying the territory in stages 3 and 4, as the territories in those stages are much stronger. Also, in stage 4, you get 10,000 points for destroying the barricade, so there's really no reason not to destroy it. The third building is the mercenary base. This building also spawns troops to attack your turf, so you'd want to get rid of this building as soon as possible in stage 4 to avoid taking too many attacks. You also get 10,000 points for destroying this building in stage 4, along with a 60% buff for all your troop stats. So you definitely want to destroy it in stage 4, however in stage 3 you can ignore this building. The next building is the communication tower. Whenever the timer on this building hits 0, it gives a 100% buff to the enemy troops for all their stats. This building is easy to destroy, however it doesn't give you any points. Another problem with this building is that it can be easily repaired by the enemy after it is destroyed, so attacking it would only delay the buff and not completely deny it. In my opinion, it's best to ignore this building for all stages. The next building is the security center. This building allows you to collect C4s and bomb the enemy buildings to do a little damage. All buildings except the communication tower can be bombed. This is a good building to use if you're not strong enough to attack buildings with your own troops. However, if you have a lot of troops in your turf, then I wouldn't recommend using this building as the C4s do very little damage compared to troops. You'll also be able to find crooks that spawn on the map. These crooks can be taken out easily, and you also get a small buff for doing so. However, I wouldn't recommend wasting your time taking them out if you're doing stage 4 for a high score. Finally, if you're doing stage 4, your enemies will get a huge buff at the beginning of the battle which gets weaker with time. They start off with a 600% buff, which goes down to 360%, 120%, 45%, and eventually to 0%. So that's all I had to talk about the medicine battle. Before I end this video, I'd like to thank all of my patrons for supporting me. If you want to support me, there's a link to my Patreon in the description below. So that's all I had for you guys in this video. I hope you guys found this video helpful. Thanks for watching the video, guys, and I will see y'all in the next one.